Hiya! In this super easy lesson, if you've recently got an electric guitar and you just want to make some nice melodies but in the style and the sound of the Chili Peppers, so John Frusciante style, then you're going to dig this. And this is going to be in the style, it's going to be following the same chords as Scar Tissue, so it's going to be following that melody. So at least you know what melody you're following. That makes it easier for stuff to learn if you know what the melody is. So first of all, this is what we're going to be doing today. So I'm not playing it like the record, but it's like an introduction to that style of playing. And it's good to, if you're just playing sort of open chords and getting a bit bar chord curious, this is a good way to start mapping that stuff out. And like I've said, I'm not going into heavy theory on this channel. This is just if you want something simple and quick, that's easy to practice, easy to play, and it's recognizable. It's just going to be little bits and pieces like that. If you want more technical lessons like blues and stuff with tabs and more complicated stuff with theory, then you can go to my other channel, Dan Guitar. But right here, this is dedicated just to super basic stuff, acoustic stuff and electric stuff. And any requests or questions, please just leave it in the comments and I'll do anything to help you. Right, so we're going to be outlining the chords anyway. We're going to be outlining F, C and D minor. But if you don't know these chords very well, we're just going to take two notes from them chords and we're going to move them around. In the actual song, it's all done in one spot, but it's a little bit complicated for this lesson. We will get there. So first of all, and we're going to use the same fingers that we will eventually do for the bar chords if you don't know them already. So we're going to be using the A string and the B string only, and we're just going to move around a couple of shapes. So our first finger, we're going to grab this A string on the 8th fret, and then we're going to reach over to the B string. So we're going to jump over two strings, and with our ring finger we're going to grab the 10th fret of the B. And we're just going to use finger slips, thumb and first finger. You can pluck them together. Again, apologies for the pissing rain, just going into winter here in Africa, so there's going to be a lot of rain. So you just play them separately or play them together. Now we're going to move that same shape, so exactly same fingering, same strings, up to the 3rd fret. So now it's a little bit wider, but we're still using the same strings and the same pattern. So now we've got here, and this is F. If you want to know that, this is F. And this is C. Again, you can just pluck them both up, pluck them both at once. Now we're going to move this up a whole step, so that's 2 frets to the 5th fret, but now we're going to turn this into a minor chord. So this first one and second one, you can hear it's happy, major chord. Now to make this a minor, so first of all we're going to bring it up to the first finger on the 5th fret now. But now, where we've got this ring finger here on the 7th fret of the B, we're just going to drop that back 1 fret, so they're next to each other. But we're still on the A and the B string. So that's a minor chord. For your information, it's all root and thirds. But if you don't get that, it doesn't matter. We're just practicing a simple pattern and starting to create melody. Super simple. Like I said, this is super basic stuff on this channel. It's if you pretty much just picked up the guitar, you've got it tuned, you've been playing some open chords, we're going to get moving and just moving the hands around the fretboard. We'll add in any theory that we need to at a later date. So from this shape, we're going to move our first finger up a whole step, and then we're going to switch from our ring finger to our middle finger, so it puts this next door. First fret A, first finger A string 5th fret, middle finger 6th fret of the B string. So you can hear that's creating a nice melody. And you should recognise that tune. You can slide from here if you wanted to, using the same fingers. You could slide up, just if you want to make it a bit more difficult, you slide the first finger up a whole step, and then your ring finger that's on, we're not going to switch, ring finger just come up a half step, so you can slide into that shape. Songs, especially the chilies, that use this concept. If I was to do them full chord shapes in these positions, F, C, D minor, but we're just breaking it apart and playing just 2 notes out of these chords. Believe me, start doing this. We'll do this with other progressions, other chords. It's like the borders and the outlines of bar chords. You're going to understand. If you're not too sure where your bar chords are right now, if you just start doing these 2 notes and then we do a lesson, oh well, there's the bar chord. Well, then fingers already know where a couple of the notes are and a hand position is in the right position. You don't have to, you just use your finger and thumb, you can just do this. Or you can switch fingers here. If you switch fingers there, the chord, it's the correct finger for the chord. So you can use either finger. Try both, always try both ways. Getting used to moving around the fretboard, playing chord tones, that's what we're doing, but you don't have to worry about that. We're making melody, we're just making some sounds that are nice, and you can do this on acoustic. Any questions, please let me know. I'll put a link to my other channel down below, but every day I'm just going to put something simple on here, and like I said, I want requests. I want to know where you're up to. I want to help you guys. Cheers.